Howdy, everyone. It's a good day to be a Centurion believer. We are in it to win it with the best Dataslate I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm going to talk all about it in about 8 minutes when the actual stream is meant to start. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? Hope everyone's doing well this fine Wednesday. I almost forgot the day again, because Wednesday is my day to forget. Hello, hello, hello. Always going mad with power. Exactly, I am absolutely mad with power. Nothing you can do to stop me. Doing well, how am I? I'm doing very well. Birthday was 2 days ago? Happy birthday for 2 days ago. Yeah, I'm doing well. I had a game last night of 40k, and I won against G I've never played against him before. Against someone I've not met before. Very nice guy, and that went well. And the list I took to that is now 50 points cheaper, so I could swap the lieutenant I was using for an entire squad of infiltrators. Perfect. Why are you not screaming from excitement yet? I mean, I did a whole intro. I played a music. Is that not enough for you? Ah, Centurions! It's Friday. Oh, don't do me like that, because I'll have to release a video if it's Friday. Speaking of, there's a video coming out Friday which is talking about list changes I want to do for Screen Remnants. Obviously, some of that is now completely invalidated. My 18 Centurion list got 80 points cheaper, and I already thought that list was really good. I want to make that list. I wish I could make it in time for the tournament I'm going to, but I do want to make it a priority. So if you want to support me making a list, technically I need 3 boxes of Centurions because I want to do my Chapter Master as well, and I need 2 Repulsors. I think I've got everything else. So if you want to support me, like the stream, because that gets more people in. If you want to support me more directly, become a member or Patreon, or Twitch sub, or gift those things, or super chats, all that good stuff. Feed the Centurion minds with money. This is bad and wrong, but it is because of the Euro trade. This is exactly the thing, Christian. The best part is everyone's gone, oh no, now you can't deep strike them. I wasn't deep striking them anyway. It's brilliant for me. It's like they knew. It's like they looked at my list and went, yes, here it is. And also they've made it so that Bloodless Angels, I think they were called, that's no longer a thing. Blade Guard Veterans are cheaper. The only thing that's not cheaper is Ballistas, which I took out my list. French is only primary Marine. That's fine. No, I don't care. I don't play Ultramarines. That works well for me. Hello, Cheesy. How's it going? In fact, I'm going to start a goal. Let's see if I can get... How many would I need? I need like... I need 20? That's 100. That's a good start. Let's start the goal. There we go. See if we can fund the 18 Centurion dream. I do also have to register for the event I'm going to. The registration opened today. I need to change my list slightly, because I'm now at the point where my 2,000 point list went down enough points that I could fit something else in, but then it's only 1990, and I hate, even though it's such a small amount, I just can't do it. Do you do any conversions on your Centurions? I've done I did like a head swap for one of them. I do want to do, for my Chapter Master, I want to do a massive conversion. Yeah, and there's like 3 new detachments. There's a lot to go over in today's episode of All Is Bad at Stuff. We'll start at past, so in 4 minutes, because that's when the stream normally starts. We're going to go through the field manual, the Dataslate, all the new stuff, all the changes. Talk about them. You can tell me what's going on, because I barely know anything about anything. And we're going to have a good, jolly time trying to justify the fact that Centurions are the best. Yeah, there's a new Orc detachment. There's a new Tau one, I think, as well. How do you feel about playing against Tau? I've never played against Tau. Last night was the first time I played against Gene Stealer cults. They seem pretty fun, actually. He was playing the Aberrant one, which seems a bit more simple. Aberrants are scary. I killed all 10 of his Aberrants and he brought more back. I was like, oh no. I think by the end of the game, he still had loads on the board, but I managed to... Like, he had a lot more models on the board, but I had a lot more units, and that was the main thing. Like, Gene Stealer Steechies are scary. One day you'll get Tau. Play against them, I am sure. Yeah, I've got a friend who has started to collect Tau. And I imagine I might go against Tau at the tournament, I don't know. Tau because walks into... Oh, this is 4 new detachments. Ah, very nice. As Tau player, I get a lot of shit for it, but I don't understand why. I think it's a meme. It's an old meme because I think back when they first came out, they were like broken because they were the shooting army when shooting was a lot more prevalent. And then people, people just go, anti-weeb sentiment. I'm not someone who enjoys anime, but I think there is probably some anti-weeb sentiment in there. And people are just yelling fish, which is fine. Fish away, but if you say fish, you have to like the stream. Yes, I'm one of those YouTubers. How old is the Tau? The Tau came out, I think, just as I was stopped playing, which is like in 4th edition. They've been out for a while. It's because you have no honor. You have large mech, but don't use cool swords. I mean, Farsight has a cool sword. Come to the Montana Beer Hammer GT in April. You can stay in my hotel room. Thank you for the offer. I don't have plans to go to Montana in a month. But thank you for the offer. You don't like anime like Gunpla? Yes, I like the models. I've never watched an episode of Gunpla. Or Gundam, I guess. Like, I know very little about the lore of Warhammer, but I still like Warhammer. You're allowed to do that. Turns out, you're allowed to do that. The tank's cover says Tau could shoot through them, but your opponent couldn't. The tanks were basically moving cover. Ah, that's fair. But also, very cool. Right, a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. A lot of people today. Thank you for joining on a afternoon stream. I'm very excited. I've also got a thing that I can potentially try to make the stream more dynamic. Have you seen Pokemon? I've seen a few animes. I've got a few that I like. I like Spy Family. I haven't actually watched any of the 2nd season yet. I like Dragon Ball Z because I'm a child and I'm basic. I like Nishijou because it's just funny slapstick. I like Bocce, the rock of the little I saw of it. I've seen a bit of JoJo. I like that. There's a few things I like, but a lot of the time when I'm like, friends of mine are big into anime, whenever they're watching anime, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? What this is like? There was one that they were watching. It was about like an adventuring guild receptionist, and she's like, oh, I don't want to do overtime, so I'm like the most powerful adventurer. I'm just like, just go kill a fucking dragon. Just go find a dragon. If you're that powerful, go find a dragon, take his horde, you don't have to work anymore. What's your problem? I don't get it. Hey, Mermaid, how's it going? First time managed to catch a stream? Hello, welcome in. Let's get to the update pool. Well, I mean, fortunately for you, it has just turned past. So, let's have a look. Right, is this going to work? Go over to... Uh-oh. Browser? Hey! And hopefully... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, because I'm on a raise. Hey, thank you.
Here's some help on the sense. What's the most crazy niche army idea? Everyone wants Exodite, but personally I'd simp for a whole assassin's army.
Thank you very much for the 25 unknown currency. But it counted as a thing towards the goal. Thank you very much. What's the most crazy niche army idea? Everyone wanted Exodites, but personally I'd simp for a whole assassin army. Exodite's pretty cool. 40 Skaven, that's what I want to see. Been cleaning my office whilst on stream. Good. Right, this should now work. Yes, look, I can draw arrows. Look at that. I can point at things. You're about to start building your ZZ Verkar. Hell yeah. Centurion Buffer's not on my bingo card, but I'm happy. Yeah, same. Where can you find the field manual? It is on Warhammer Community website. Can everyone see? Is that like big enough to read? Everyone happy with that? We're gonna go through. Nice that they actually tell you what they were before. Like, this is a recent thing, I think, for the last one, so I don't have to look it up. Although when this first came out, they hadn't quite finished this. You can't read it. Can you not read it because you can't read at all, or because it's too small? Yeah, only so it had the changes, but it didn't have the colors. It now has the colors. Too small. Too small. Let's that might be too big. Is that okay there? Is that good? Are we good? Good. Both good. Both. Yeah, so there was no colors originally, but now there are. So let me skip this song because it's a bit boring. And turn it down a little bit so we got a bit of brain space for thinking. Okay. Adeptus Sororitas. Any Sisters players about? You got some nice buffs here. I mean, why are Archoflagellants 3 or 10? That's weird. I mean, 9 would be... What's that? 9 would be 135, right? So you get it's a little bit cheaper for 10. Technically, I'm a Sisters player. Well, there you go, Raziel. Welcome in. Guess the box is 3, right? Yeah, so cheaper get 10. Sacrosanct as well. I can do this, I think. The problem is I'm drawing on Clip Paint Studio, so I actually have no real reference of where stuff is, so that was actually a good shot. Like, right there. Bam. Minus 20 for 10, or minus 5. So 5 is 70. And I guess that would normally be 10 would be 140, but now 10 is 130. That seems pretty good. Any Sisters experts in chats want to weigh in, let me know. But that seems pretty decent. Didn't you get Sisters box last year? I did, and it's still unbuilt. I also bought a bunch of Sisters off a friend, off Alchemist Models. You can find on YouTube. Alchemist Models, I should probably say that better. He does very nice tutorials of painting and some nice chill-out painting stuff. I bought some off him. I still haven't played them. Looks like a lot of stuff, like Seraphims I'm seeing, 5 models are slightly cheaper, but 10 models are way cheaper. So they've done a couple of those things there. Dominion is down. I think Sacrosanct's being down that much is quite nice. Repentia. So a few things going down. They also got some changes in the balanced data slate, so we can get to that as well momentarily. Because there's other changes that will help Sisters here. But I think this is going to help because they got absolutely, like, gutted. Although, interestingly, the winner of the Tabletop Tactics tournament I went to was a Sisters player. And I was speaking to him, he was basically like, yeah, the stuff that got nerfed I wasn't using anyway. So I guess he was a very good player. So there is hope for your Sisters. There is hope. All looks pretty good. Yep, Seraphim and Seraphim, both a bit better. Very nice indeed. Adeptus Custodia has also got some changes and a new detachment, which we'll have a look at. Alea, sure. Blade Champion is up. Wardens are up, although, yeah, just 4 or 5 models, sure. But Guard are down. Shield Captain down. Shield Captain in fancier armor is down. What's the difference between these two here? Can I point at them? Oh, I needed to have a different way to overlay this. What's the... So these both, like... These are both the same. But one's is Terminator armor, one isn't. But they're both the same points. Any Custodians players want to explain that? One can lead term is one, other can't. Fair enough. Blade Champ up. Yeah, I guess Blade Champ seemed pretty good because he's like one of the best characters, right? Yeah, I'm guessing different armor, but normally a Terminator character is more expensive, right? Is it just that they're not that different? Fair enough. Your Dreadnoughts are up, and this Solar Spearhead was very strong, if I recall from my knowledge of just kind of hearing stuff, which makes sense that the Solar Spearhead has a bit of nerf because they have some other nerfs coming as well. Overall, oh my prescription's ready. Overall, any thoughts from Custodians players? Max you, that's great. Okay, but try and keep it less wacky. I'd find this to send to my friend. If you go to Warhammer Community, there's a downloads page. There's also a article on Warhammer Community. Brendan's paying for the Sins of Solar, makes sense. Adeptus Mechanicus. Some minor changes. Belisarius Call down and Dominus down. That's it. I think they have some other changes, maybe. My argument took 30 points. My thoughts, they made the wrong things more expensive. Versus Praetors are way too cheap. Where are the Versus Praetors? Yeah, because these were buffed before, weren't they? Interesting. I wonder if that's in a response, like if you don't need to nerf that because you've done the Solar Spearhead, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Creedors, how's it going? Dawn nerfs? Not sure. I haven't actually got to that yet. In response to the lines detached to... Oh, yes, the new detachment. We'll have a look at that. Playchamp needed nerf. I don't know if Wardens did, if you're already buffing guard. Fuel caps needed to go down even further, but at least the bike captain no longer costs more than a unit of bikes. That makes sense. Hitting on ones is ludicrous, so fortunately you don't technically hit on ones, which is very nice. You will always miss on a one. Glorified Shed, how's it going? So the points one is called the Munitorium Field Manual, and the one with all the changes is called the Balanced Dataslate. So you're looking for the Munitorium Field Manual. Adeptus Titanicus, who cares? Eldari, this is important because let's have a look. Okay, so I played against Eldari. I played against Dark Reapers, Dire Avengers, Fire Dragons, and Wave Subs. I didn't play against any Striking Scorpions. That was the only thing that guy's list didn't have. So his list would be 10, 20, 50, because he had two lots of them. 50, 60. I think his list would be 80 points more expensive now. So that's absolutely why I lost, sure. It wasn't because he was just a better player. I didn't know how to play Eldari or play against Eldari, and he absolutely just wiped the floor with me. It's totally because he had 80 more points than he should have. No, it's not because I'm bad. I think that's fair. Fire Dragons are fucking terrifying. They're so scary. There was also a nerf to is it Azurman? Because yeah, that anti-infantry 3 was horrific. Hi Tian, how's it going? And nothing else here. Any Eldari players, if you want to weigh in? I think this is all fine. It's interesting that 10 went up but not 5. I guess, yeah, 10 Dark Reapers is scary. Obviously, it's, you know, you can still take them with 5s and not lose any points there. But the guy I played against, I think he had 2 lots of 10. Yeah, I've been speaking to Steve about the Chaos Knights. We'll get to them. He can bring like 4 big knights and 3 small. It's ridiculous. It's like Countdown. 4 from the top, please, Carol. 4 big, 2 small. And then you got to try and get to a ridiculous number with horrible numbers. Adar wiped 1,500 points. I haven't got turn 1. Hadn't even moved them. Yeah, I mean, they're so fast. They're so fast. Also, I got nerfed right as they sold enough. I don't think it's that. This is the thing. It's counterintuitive, right? Oh, they nerfed them because they sold so fast. Yes, but they sold fast because they were really good. So it brings them into line. I don't think people are not going to use Fire Dragons anymore. I still think they're absurd. When are you doing your next Pile of Shame stream? Probably next week. Oh yeah, reminder, if you want to show off your Pile of Shame and your hobby desks, Discord is where to do that. Nothing in the detachments. Yunari is still Yunari. And Rick Seeger, 82, thank you for following. Guard, let's have a look at some guard stuff. So, heavy weapon squad, 15 points on the heavy weapon squads. Damn. That's quite a lot. That seems like quite a lot. Although, them being 40 points seems also like that was very cheap for heavy weapon squad. For 3, like, heavy weapons, that seems quite cheap. Tempestus command, Coleman, thank you as well, following. Tempestus go up as well, and Scions go up. I believe they were the things that were causing a lot of problems, right? And then Field Ordnance Battery also going up. And yeah, Bridgehead Strike I know is the one that's scary. That's also got some other nerfs on top of that. Sorry, yeah, so these are all nerfs. I assume that this is heavy weapon flamer squads. Oh yeah, getting flamers for 40 points. Heavy flamers for 40 points is scary. I file a shame. It's not Warhammer related or any game related. I just have a mess. I mean, shove it in there. It'd be funny. I don't have a pile of shame too broke. That's unfortunate. Well, you can show your lack of, you know, your lack of pile of shame, your pile of nothing. If you have a nice hobby desk, show that off. Yeah. Guard players, I'm sure you're unhappy, but you generally are. And Eagle, CUFC, thank you for following. I think we're at nearly 800 over on Twitch. Very nice. Black Templars, no changes. No changes. Blood Angels. So, Blood Angels, it looks good until you realize that Blood Angels can no longer be what I think was known as the Bloodless Angels. So, they've changed the way that the new Oath of Moment is. Oath of Moment was basically, if you didn't have any Divergent Chapter units, you could get the buffed Oath of Moment, but you could still use the Divergent Chapter detachments. Now you can't, which is probably why they've done this. Still, Death Company, pretty good. Raziel, I don't think you didn't have any Death Company, did you, Raziel? So I've never played against Death Company. I assume this is good. You had a lot of Sanguinary Guard, which are scary as hell, and the Sanguinor, which is also awful. Black Templars at the bottom of the barrel after system, no changes. So I guess they get buffed indirectly from some of the stuff you get from Space Marines, right? This is going to be interesting, because obviously I'm going to a tournament in a couple of weeks where the meta has kind of massively shifted, so there's going to be a lot of experimental stuff. Maybe I can exploit that. Paul doesn't know what to do with all these spare points. Exactly, exactly. We'll get on to that, because I can show you my list. What changes to Blood Angels make no difference to Bloodless Angels if it still existed. That is true, yeah, because you wouldn't be able to use these for Bloodless Angels. This is kind of just a kind of a buff to make up for the fact that you can't use Bloodless Angels. Here, you should probably use some of the Blood Angel stuff. Should have removed +1 to playing Guilliman? Yeah. Although I think that might have changed. All right, Chaos Demons. That looks interesting, but we'll come on to this because I think he's got an entirely new data sheet, Valakor. I think they've changed a lot of this stuff, so we'll come and look at this with the updates to the demons, because like you can see, like Shalaxi is now 45 points cheaper, Bellicor is 50 points more expensive, but he's also way different. So this I think needs a lot more context. So we'll come back to that. Endless Gift, very nice. Chaos Knights, god damn it, Steve. So he uses a despoiler, which is horrifying, which means his despoiler is now cheaper. Rampages didn't go down. I think he showed me a list which is essentially 4 big and 3 small. Although he's very upset with the Centurion buff. Thanks for watching out. The Desolation Marines are still 200. Yeah. V Dizzle 523. Thank you for following. I think you're number 800. You might be. Yeah. There's definitely something kind of fundamentally wrong. Thank you again for your
fun
chat.
Video idea. You versus chat round 2, but chat has to build and play Imperial Agents list. Hard mode for chat. Just a funny thought.
I have an idea for that, actually. I think if we do another chat versus me game, you can make a new list of whatever, but I will use your previous list. So every time we do it, I'm going to always use your previous list. That'll be quite fun. You cannot put a big knight in reserves. I mean, because you can do 25, but you can now, right? You couldn't before. You couldn't put a knight tyrant in reserves, and now you can. Want to see an actual 40k game, as I've never played before? There's plenty of... Like, Tabletop Tactics is a good place to watch. There's something fucking funny where he gets gestures around. I mean, I'm talking about... In the context of Warhammer, yes, there is something fundamentally wrong with everything in existence, but let's... You know, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about plastic models. Like, the fact that they keep nerfing the big knights, big Chaos Knights, means that Chaos Knights need to be fixed. Again, it's something I brought up before, where if you keep nerfing something points-wise, again... Mortarion being 300, Magnus being 465. If you keep doing it, something's fundamentally wrong with Mortarion. He needs sorting out. So it's 1,000 points you can put into reserves if they're all deep strike. It's 500 for strategic reserves, which the knight would have to go in. Have you ever played against Tau, RB? I've not. I've not played against Tau. You put up to 50% in your army strategic reserves. Can you? In Pariah Nexus? I thought it was 50% in reserves and 25% in strategic. Maybe I'm wrong. We're here to sniff the plastic crack and kiss Centurion armor. Exactly. Don't sniff the plastic glue. It's bad for you. Chaos Space Marines. Forge Fiend down. Lord Discordant down. I don't think that helps him because the Lord Discordant is still massively overpriced. Annihilator up. I think that's it. Not many other changes. So the list you played against me would have 25 extra points. Which you could put somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, kind of very small changes here. Dark Angels, nothing. Nothing on Dark Angels. Yeah, I mean, Lionel Johnson's 315. He's an expensive boy. I'm going to drink the plastic glue. Do not drink the plastic glue. Please do not. This is a whatever it's called. A warning. Public service announcement. What do you think, Tao? I'm about to start collecting them. I would like your opinion. I mean, I think they're fine. I think they're kind of cool. I like their mechs. If I was to play Tau, I'd play high mech. But yeah, I mean, if you want to collect them, collect them. Don't let my opinion change what you want to do about it. Unless it's like, if I hate them, you're going to spike collect them. If I like them, you're going to be justified to collect them. I guess either way. You can work it out for yourself. Can I drink the paint thinner? No, do not drink the paint thinner. Death Guard. Predator's up. Although the Predator Destructor for Chaos didn't go up. 140. This one's now 140. It didn't used to be for 140. Okay. This is, I guess, resetting that to be standard. And then Mephitic Blight Haulers are down. Fair enough. Don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Deathwatch Terminators are up for 5, but down for 10. But actually, yeah, that's pretty interesting, because a 5-man, 2 lots of 5 is 380, right? But a single 10 is 350. So you can fit a few more Terminators in. If you go big squads. I'm pretty sure you should get legends for the missing units. I mean, I guess you could just play them if you wanted to. You basically make your own legends. Ah, for God's sake. Hang on. YouTube is being dumb and has crashed my chat. As it is wont to do. Alright, we're back. It was just the chat that crashed. It wasn't actually the stream. Assuming you can still hear me. So yeah, that's Deathwatch. Any Deathwatch players? I know there's some very die-hard Deathwatch players. The 5 is worse than 10. This is the thing, right? The way it works is essentially... Yes, 5 is more expensive than 10, but 5 can be more useful. With 5, you can spread them across more things. You don't have to pay 350 points to get the saving. Only works if you're going to use those 10 effectively, right? Drukhari. Not much going on with Drukhari. But some nice buffs. Witches and Cabalites are now 10 points cheaper each, and I think you use a lot of them, so that's quite nice. The battle line. Is that going to help? Probably not. What Skari will do is probably then play with just tons and tons of these, and they'll go back up, because that's how he rolls. Again, Skari, if you could just play like literally any other army. Or what I need you to do, actually. Play a bunch of Hellions and do really, really badly. Just completely tank your tournament stats and your potential of being world champion. Just tank that completely, just so I can have Hellions be good. Laptop Jonathan, thank you for the $5 super chat. No message, but very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Going straight into the Centurion. The Centurion hole. Just Centurion hole. Have you heard about the new Custodians chapter? We have not got onto the new Custodians chapter just yet. We're going through the points first. This is a whole thing. I don't think we need to really talk about it, because there's so many points that will change around here. Like, I don't know what... There's a lot going on. Yeah. It's all over the place for this. It's a whole new thing. I think we can move on. Gene Stealer's cults just up on 20 neophyte hybrids. So 2 lots of... So this is the opposite of what happened before, right? So with when we was looking at Deathwatch, 10 was cheaper than 5, but in here 20 is more expensive than 10 because 20 is more impactful. But you can now get 20 for, what's that, 130 points instead. If you have 2 grots of 10. But obviously, that's a number of units that goes away. Have they updated the datasheet over the day? Because I downloaded a new one like 2 hours ago, nothing was marked to change. Yes, so they had the points updated, but they didn't have the colors in there, and they have now fixed that. They fixed that within the last hour, I think. Or do you see point changes from the codex? Fair enough. DC box gives 690 points. Nice. That's why they did the nerfs. That is the only reason, is so that the slash attachment could be 69. 21 neophyte hybrid only matters in one detachment. 21 neophytes are basically immortal if you play them right. I think that's probably the thing, right? It's a specific nerf for that thing. You're only immortal against specific armies. I mean, so does every army, right? My Storm Raven, actually, in the game I played yesterday, survived the entire game, which is mad. It's never done that before, and it's because my opponent brought a GC to cult list that just couldn't deal with it. It had like one big gun. Hi, Paul, are you still bad at some stuff? Yes, I'm still pretty bad at most things, to be honest. Grey Knights, just a single Interceptor squad buff. They're pretty balanced otherwise, I guess. Imperial Agents, just the Collectus Assassin's gone down. I can't remember which one that is. Hey, you go, man. Hi, how's it going? How often do the Reese's balance take place? Every quarter, every 3 months. They used to have it so that was it every 3 months was points, but every 6 months was rule changes, or the other way around? I can't remember.
Well, it did not work.
Thank you for the 15 bits. Thank you very much. I can't remember which way around it was, but now they're doing every 3 months. It's going to be points and rule changes, which I think is good. Did I find a job yet? Yes, this is my job now. I am now a full-time YouTube person. Which is why I keep yelling at you to support me financially, because otherwise I can no longer be a YouTube person and I have to go find a real job, which I don't much want to do. So like the stream and give me all of your money. So you don't have to. Anyway, yeah. Can't remember which one the Collector's Assassin is. The Anti-Psycho one. Thank you, Glue Smells Bad. A name apropos. I think Centurion buff is because they changed Euro Adventures Deep Strike to not work with Centurions. Yes, exactly. This is why it's so perfect. Because obviously they nerfed Centurions because of Uriel. And it annoyed me. But now they've buffed Centurions because of Uriel. Is there a vid on Friday? There will be a video this Friday, yes. There'll also be a video tomorrow, which will be the Paint Jam announcement. There you go. Every model has the Imperial keyword. Same thing. Cool. Imperial Knights. A couple of big Knights go down by quite a lot, actually. Again, I think this means they can now be put in strat reserves. Lisa Votan, absolutely no changes. They are clearly perfectly balanced, but as someone's pointed out, Rock Brawny's pointed out, there is a rule fix, which is interesting. What was Centurion buff? Well, we're coming on to it soon. Because we're on Necrons. Doomsday Arc goes up by 10 points, thank God, because that's scary. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Fair enough. Good on Necrons. Orcs. Tank Busters. I heard Tank Busters are good. I've never played against them or know what they do, but they are. Gotta get through some inventory. Apparently my entire army cannot be dreadnoughts and characters. I mean, it can be if you're brave enough. Yes, Tank Busters are up, and the big mech with shock attack gun is up. I don't know if that really makes much of a difference. Got a game in a week, and my Eldar list is now 5 points over the limit. I'm gonna find Cathball. Oh, you'll be fine. Just get more Fire Dragons or something. How much money to have you paint Centurions neon pink? Oh. I think you've asked that before, Tian. I've not played against Tau before. And I've never played Tau before. But I think Tau are okay. Oh, and Tactical Brigade. Mech Captain is now 10 points more expensive. Here we go. Space Marines. This is the important one. Everyone, buckle your seatbelts. I'm gonna draw on there like that. Probably with a different color that's actually more easy to see. It's black, just better. Apparently black doesn't show at all. Green is too bright. Blue works. Whoop, bam, bam. Ballistus. Whoop. Oops. I think it was like that before. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh god. Doesn't help. No, it was all that. Okay. Oh, for God's sake, I'm still on the wrong thing. Stop it. Go over here. Right. Company heroes are up by 10 points. I believe these were protecting Marnius Calgar. We haven't got to Tau points yet either, no. $1 human dollar, real genuine human dollar. No, I need a bit more than that, I think. Yeah, company heroes. Because they're like 4 wounds each as well, aren't they? So they were pretty good. Blissus up 10 is because that went down, but I think it's reasonable because Blissus is up 130 were way too cheap. They were super cheap. Although it is annoying because if they were still 130, I could fit one in my new list, but I can't. Yeah, so Vetrix Guard protects Calgar, but you can also add company heroes, I think. Which might be why they went up. Oh, super chat, that's my dang. No, yeah, don't worry about it. You don't have to. Just like the stream and watching is the best way to support. Guard veterans going down is excellent. I wish I had another 3 ready to go because I would like to try 6, but extra 10 points there is very nice. This. Oh, I missed it. God damn it, Paul. It's like this. This is massive. This is what allows me to continue living. The reason they've done this is because Uriel Ventress used to be able to give Devastating Centurions Deep Strike. And Centurions were then nerfed because that's really annoying. They have since made it so Ventress can no longer do that and have buffed the Centurions in response. So my list just got at least 40 points cheaper. My other list, which had 12 Devastating Centurions, just got 80 points cheaper. That's an entire Incurser squad for literally free. Because I don't use the Uriel Ventress thing. It's just free. The list I played yesterday is 50 points cheaper. And was already 1995, I think. So it was like 1945. Which means I can take out essentially, I can take out the Lieutenant, Phobos Lieutenant, and add in an entire squad of infiltrators. I might try and do some jiggery pokery. Yeah, I have a Judicia in my Blade Guard. The Judicia, by the way, he charged me with 10 aberrants and a character. I fought first, and the Judicia just precisioned the character, and he lost like lethal hits. He lost like +1 to wound. He lost so much stuff. They're down the points to clear stock, then remove for 11th edition. Don't you dare, Guyman Hype. How dare you say that to me? What paint do you use? I use Citadel mostly. Now say 18 dev cents, 18 cents for 2k army. That is good news. Please buy me 50 cents. I'll buy myself 50 cents. People, again, there's a goal to fund more Centurions so I can play an 18 Centurion list. Has the average keeping up? I haven't used that. I've used it for basing. It's doing alright. Does he get extra attacks after killing him? So he does. He dies straight afterwards because the aberrants were scary. So yeah, that is the that's the big thing that I'm very happy about. The only other change here, Marnius Calgar is up another 10 points, and Predators are up to kind of match what they are in Chaos. Vindicator and Whirlwind. So a lot of people use Vindicators and Whirlwinds. I don't like them. I don't like the way they look. I think they're pretty popular. Probably why they were nerfed. Gladius Task Force Fire Discipline down. I assume that's again because of the Uriel Ventress thing, kind of balancing out some of the stuff they weren't able to do before. When are we getting the 36 Centurion? I might try it on Tabletop Simulator at some point. The Age of Darkness boss comes with 54 models for $315. Not bad. So that was Vindicators is very efficient. That makes sense. I just don't like the way they look. And Centurions do that work for me. My Vindicator wants Newt tonight. Damn. I just got changed because it nerfed into nothing last pass. Alright, so they just unnerfed it. Fusillade? Fusillade? I don't know how you pronounce that. In the Library's Conclave, massively. Is this the thing that allows the like hyper mega mortal wound bomb? Is that what that's for? Sorry, I should have probably muted when I coughed. Little Blight Hall has got cheaper. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's probably why that got nerfed. Dancer only has 2 shots, which are easily saved. Vindicator loses range, but us D6 1-shots. Yeah, that's the thing. D6 plus 1 shots is scary. Went from crit on 5+ in Dev Doctrine, now it's reroll advanced rolls in Dev Doc. That's fair enough. So that is there. Space Wolves, nothing? Nothing for Space Wolves? Tau. Not much. It looks like Kroot. The Lone Spear Kroot is 80 points cheaper, and Rampages are cheaper as well. No difference between 3 and 6. They're just, yeah, 10 and 20. So 10 points for 3. Okay, download the changes again. Yeah, Warhammer Community in the downloads. It's about that I'm trying to get a pile of shame. I think if you're aiming for a pile of shame, that is bad. You should just aim to build, to paint and get what you want, and try not to, like, just build a throne of boxes. So looking scary with the detach. Oh, yeah, it'll be interesting to look at that detachment. Which I think is soon. There's still a few more changes. Useless Vortex Beasts upped another 5 points. That's fair. They were like buffed massively to the point where they were ridiculous. They were like, what? They were 140 at one point, which is absurd. They're still really, really good. I think they're very, very good still. Thank you for the 2 months, Drezeru. Thank you for the Twitch sub. Thank you. I'm just saying thank you. I have no other words. Thank you very much. I don't know why they nerfed a 5-man squad of Death Watch, but 10 by 10 points. My 1k listed on the dot is now 10 points over. Ah, that's unfortunate. This slide gave you 5+ anti-monster vehicle and either sustained 1 or 12-inch plus. Ah. Brand new to this, I have literally no idea what this is about. I just wanted to come in and say your video is hilarious. Hey, thank you very much. Also, I chose 1k Sun to my first army, if those wondering. Well, good news. Your army has a lot of points changes. This is basically just the point, like, this is changing the number of points things are worth, essentially. This is what this page is. Can I take some of your pile of shame in your hands? No, it's my pile of shame, and I'll be shameful of it myself. Yeah, get Magnus. Magnus is great. Scarab Assault Terminators are still being nerfed, buffed rather, again and again. 360 points now. They used to be like 410, so excellent news. 20 cultists, like, again, you can see here, specifically big units are buffed. So paying for extras angles is cheaper than paying for 2 lots of 10, but it's less useful, which is why they're doing this. The fact that if you had 2 lots of 3 Enlightened, that's 100, but then 1 lot of 6 is 20 points cheaper than that. Interesting. Yeah, the Vindicator, the Predators, that's all kind of standard, and then the Terminator Sorcerer. So that's, normally use a big block of 10 Terminators with a Sorcerer. That's actually quite nice for me. That's a lot cheaper. Did you do a painting stream? I've done painting streams before. I know, I imagine I will do one again. If I had like another 6 Centurions to paint, I'd certainly do that on stream. Hint, hint. Tyranids. A few changes here. Tyran effects going up 10 points. I think that's fair because it was buffed previously. The Exocrine I've heard were quite good as well. Only 5 points up. So I think a lot of I think the list maybe that I was playing against before it changed might be, though they also had a Neurolictor, so maybe it balances out. Might be like 5 points over. Trigon down. 5 Tyrant down. Any Tyrannus players who are... My Queen Neurolictor went down, let's go. Hell yeah. For a certain time that I stream. Normally, on Thursdays it's later. Normally around now, a couple of times during the week. Like, I've been streaming for what? 45 minutes? Usually around that time. The days might change, but the time is usually the same. How many angles do we need to paint now? All of them. Paint all of them. Finally, World Eaters. Demon Princes are both down. Juggernaut Lord is down. So that's the Lord Invocatus. Like basic version. It's quite a lot cheaper. Minus 20, damn. Then the tanks go up. This I think is pretty good because this is the kind of stuff you want to bring rather than this. So that seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. World Gobblers, exactly. This is the page. It's a bit cropped because of how I displaying it. But this is the downloads page. We're going to have a look at the balanced Dataslate itself. Do I need to uncrop it a little bit? Yes, absolutely. Is that big enough if I uncrop it? That's the wrong thing. Not that one. Paul is good at doing the stream. Why is that? Why is that disappeared? What? What? One sec. There we go. Do that and that. That should now be more easily displayed. Is that big enough? Is there any of your videos I recommend to watch? I don't have a specific recommendation. Yes? It depends what you're interested in. Alright. So we're looking for stuff that is in red. And I will, in fact, highlight that by going all the stuff I missed. Oh. We're looking for stuff in red. This is red. 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 Right. Enough nonsense. Watch all of the videos, even the cringe ones. They're all cringe. That's the secret. What if I'm colorblind? Then it's the ones in grey. Not even interested in 40k, just brought here by your relatable hobby journey content. Hell yeah. A lot of people don't seem to know how 40k works, but they're here anyway, which I'm very happy for. Thank you very much. All you need to know is Centurions are the best. Right, so nothing here. Let's have a look at this. So, there's the Sororitas. I believe they've regained this. So it used to be, they took it away, and it was then you just get a miracle die at the start of each battle. Now you get them again for when a unit is destroyed, because that was something they took away, and that was a massive problem. Do you read the red writing faster or quicker? Yes. Yes? Yes. They got them destroyed, but once per phase. Ah, right. So now it's just any amount. Is Paul a VTuber? No, this is what I actually look like in real life. How much do I have to pay you to go to Nottingham and demand a Centurion captain? I mean, if they, probably 0. I might just do it myself at some point anyway. Yeah. So that's now reverting a kind of unnecessary nerf. But that's it for Sororitas, so good job, sisters. You might be able to be played again. I went to TC 2 weeks ago, I confirmed that Paul looks like this. Exactly. After my mile run in the morning, trying to move cars. How's it going, Jason? Yeah, I think that's it there. Because anything that's like highlighted green was what was previous. So yeah, so anything in red, like this, I'm highlighting it with my mouse now. Like anything like that, this is new. Anything that is highlighted blue, like up here, it says the bullet point below, that was what was changed previously. So they're just kind of showing you what was changed previously. They're not new things. They were there before. How do you roll dice with stick figure hands? You kind of just like clamp it. You just like clamp all of the dice like between your stick arms, and then you just throw. That's how you do it. Have you ever made a diorama? I have not. I am planning on one. My first game of Kill Team recently, I died horribly. But did you have fun? That's the main thing. No changes for Custodes, but they do have an entire new detachment we need to get to. Nothing for Admech? No. Eldari, there's one change. This used to be, I believe, anti-infantry 3+. Yeah, weapon has a damage characteristic. Once per battle. End of phase, it has a damage characteristic of 3 and anti-infantry. It used to be 3+, which was insane. Now it's anti-infantry 5+ and devastating wounds, so it's still scary. Do you have ears and a nose, or are they just really small? No, I can't hear, I can't smell. I have no mouth and I'm a scream. Like, I have no internal, like, if you look at me, I have no internal mouth. I just have, like, lips that move. But it just goes right into my skin. Weird. It's very weird. Did I ever do a face reveal? I have face revealed before. My face is on, like, 3 videos. I'm not going to tell you which. My brother's Sailor Moon Sisters of Battle something. That sounds cool. Do this buff, I should now be getting a couple of Centurions for my Lamenter something. Hell yes. Lamenter them to death. And also, a face reveal is boring. It literally, I look exactly like this. Like, I'm not joking. Legitimately, I'm just a bald-bearded guy. It's not interesting. Sometimes I just sit down and read the Centurion data sheet over and over. Am I sane? Yes, you're the most sane person here. Right. Ashramitarum. Imperial Guard. TFS models. Make a range attack. So we set up before. Add 1 to the hit roll. This is what annoys me. Is they made it so that they told you what it was previously, like with the +10, -10 or whatever on the data slate. Or on the points changes. But not here. I'd love to know what that used to say. Like, I'd like them to, like, strike through what it was. So it's instead of +1 to wound. That makes more sense, because +1 to wound is probably the strongest thing in the game. Which is why Oath of Moment is busted right now. Firing Hot Stratagem. I assume that used to be 1 CP. Are we not allowed licensing? Are we... Blah, 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 blah. Are we not allowed nice things? No nice things allowed. Everything has to be nasty. Unless you're buying Centurions. Or allowing me to buy Centurions. Then you can have nice things. What diorama will I make? It's going to be my Centurion Chapter Master doing something. When target enemy within 12
Here
inches...
comes trouble!
Guz the Hut. Raided with a party of 22. Welcome in, everyone. And... Danny is a little rockstar. Thank you for following. Hello. Welcome in, Guz the Hut. How's it going? Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? Hope you had a good time, and thank you for dropping by. We are looking over the Warhammer balance data slate stuff and going, I don't know how this works. I'm dumb. This isn't important. They're not the Centurions. So, welcome in. Hope you had a good time. And hope you had a good stream. Let me know what you're doing. Does Sister get nice things now? Yes, Sisters have got buffed. They can now do the thing. Are you still doing a stream tomorrow? Yes, there'll be a stream tomorrow. It'll be Hot Take Court tomorrow. Get your hot takes ready to be ridiculed by your fellow community members. You plan on squeezing in more Centurions into the list now with a discount? No. I have a list that has 18 Centurions, which I can now add more stuff to. But it's not the list that I'm going to be taking to my tournament, unfortunately. Been painting a Lucius, hell yeah. Love your YouTube video content. Oh, thank you very much. Is that the new Lucius? And Jot and Heart. Thank you very much. Or Jot Unheart, I guess. I don't know. Or Joe Tunheart. Or Joe Tun Ear. I should stop. Thank you for following over on Twitch. Jotun Heart. I thought it was. No third party from Wargames exclusive. Ah, nice. I have the Strike essentially for Wargames exclusive. Very cool. We'll be sharing lists. Yes, I'll show you the list after we've gone through all the things. I'll show you the list I've got. Although it is also the video on Friday. It's going to be all about those lists. You don't want more big boys? I do want more big boys, which is why I've got the goal to fund the more big boy pot. Help me justify purchasing even more large boys. We're targeting an enemy within 12. Improve the characteristics and stuff by 1. So it's strength, armor penetration of hotshot stuff by 1. It has to be within 12 now, and it costs 2. That seems like quite a nerf. What was this before? When I paint my legs of time for an event, I figured that having a deadline would drive you to finish. Yeah, that's what I did as well. Ragnar Steiner. Another 2 months. Thank you very much.
Have some Amazon money.
Thank you. I'll take your Amazon money. I am also streaming on Twitch, yes. Yeah. What else? Krieg combat engineers. You can select one enemy unit within 9 inches and visible to the bearer. Roll a d6 on a 3+. They suffer d3 or do d3. On a 3+? That's interesting. Normally these things are on a 2+. That is interesting. A lot of the VTubers don't talk to us as much. Because they're mean. I'm the cool guy. It's also because I think a lot of VTubers have like way more viewers and it's very, very difficult. I found that like I've probably missed tons of messages. I do apologize. Have you seen the new attachments? Not yet. We will be going on to them shortly. Nothing else there. Nothing for Black Templars. Nothing for Chaos Knights. Nothing for Chaos Demons. Change here to the detachment rule. You can reroll.
Look at the size of that thing!
Damn!
More Centurions.
Shamrock, thank you very, very much for the 20 euros. Thank you. I will definitely be buying more Centurions with that. That goes right into the Centurion part. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. How dare you not me write messages? Oh no, I'm so sorry. But if you super chat, I'll hear them. You see? You see. The more people there are in chat, the harder it is to read, and therefore the more likely you are to, I don't know, throw money down a big hole. Right. So you can reroll a hit 1 of 1, and you can reroll a wound roll of 1 if this unit is within your army's shadow of chaos. You said reroll the hit roll and reroll a wound roll of 1. Okay, so it was, I guess, you reroll a hit roll of 1 and reroll wound rolls of 1, and now you can still only reroll the wound roll of 1, but you can reroll the entire hit roll. Is that correct? I don't know. But can I read this data? It's on Warhammer Warhammer Community. It was full rerolls. All right, so it was full rerolls to wound originally. Hey, like man, how's it going? Because I'm busy with other stuff. Hell yeah. It's going well. Thank you very much. Hope your day goes well as well. They got massively hit. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Unfortunate. Thieves of Pain. Looks like they've added it excludes monsters and vehicles, so you can't do it to vehicles anymore. And with it, that is within 9 inches and visible of your unit. Unit would inflict 1 more wound instead. Okay, so it has to be visible now to do the attack back, I guess. And you can't do it to monsters or vehicles. Shooting phase or fight phase. Subtract the attack target unit. Yeah. I wish they told us what this was before. It's very difficult if I don't know what's going on. Bookhammer's already uploaded a video about Sister. That was bloody quick. Nice work. Because he was in chat earlier as well. He must have been zooming. Absolutely zooming. There's a new. Will these updates be printed in newer codexes such as 1K Suns, which come out next year? So what will happen is the codex will probably overwrite a bunch of this stuff. So what you'll find is that this page for 1000 Suns will probably be like removed because it won't be relevant anymore. And then new stuff will be added to it. But they won't. If let's say the stuff in here for let's say Chaos Space Marines, they're not gonna add this stuff to newer printed versions. So you have to have this access, but it's all on the app, which is useful, and the app gets updated. Why is the highlighted blue text? The highlighted blue text is stuff that was changed last time, so it's not different. It was different from the previous one. They just do that to show that, I guess. I don't know. Dark Angels, cool. Death Guard, cool. Nothing there. Nothing for Death Watch. Nothing for Drukari. Nothing for Gene Stealers. A very small thing for the Warp Bane Task Force, which I think is the other one, right? The other one? I'm calling it the other one, and I can't remember what it actually is called. Grotmus. When the tournament recap come out, you'll find me always find this. Thank you. Next week, probably. I needed a bit more time to work on it, so I'm doing a different video this week, which is a bit easier to make. Because I was also doing the paint jam this week, so I didn't have time to do both. And then next week, I should be able to get the tournament review out. It should be an interesting video. The final game is particularly interesting. Each time a modern grenade makes an attack that targets a visible unit. Yes, because they have a way to do indirect, essentially. So you can no longer get rerolls to 1 for indirect, which is nice. Don't think GK got a lot of that. I think in that detachment, it was kind of something they did a lot of. I played against a friend of mine who had this. And he had a lot of indirect stuff, which is quite scary. But I don't think anything else. Nothing for Imperial Agents. Nothing for Knights. Votan. And a new paragraph is first. In addition, at the start of the battle, select 2 units from your opponent's army. Each of those units starts the battle with 2 judgment tokens. And then at the start of the battle, select an additional number of units from your opponent's army, depending on the battle size shown. Each unit starts with 2 judgment tokens. If any of the units have been destroyed, you gain... that's the same. So obviously, this used to be like 2, 4, 6. What's the purpose of this? Because this used to be 4. Is it just now that you can just... It's just you choose them at different times? Am I allowed to repeat myself into my comment? I guess, like, if I don't see it like 4 or 5 times, it may be because I'm either blind or I don't have an answer. I am trying to answer most. Don't, like, just spam it, though. Like, leave it a bit of time. Because the other thing is there's such a massive delay that by the time I may have seen it and answered it, you may be asking it again. Because YouTube delay is horrible. Every Votan gets 2 judge units by default now and the... Oh, right, yes, because that's the army rule. Right, so army rule gets 2 judgment tokens. So every army gets 2 judgment tokens, and then the detachment gets 2 additional. That makes sense. Understood. That is, I think, probably a good change, and I imagine when the Votan book comes out, that's probably what they're working towards. So that's good. Nout for Necrons, Nout for Orcs. Oh no, something for Orcs. What's this? Tank Busters. So Tank Busters got point nerfed. Plus a battle after this unit has any move, you can use 1 bomb squig. Select 1 unit within 12 inches and visible. So obviously it used to be, I guess you could use 2 bomb squigs in 1, which was horrible. So yeah, on a 3+, they suffer D3 mortal wounds. So you could have done like 2 of those. And it's twice per battle. But now it is... Oh no, yeah, 2 of them, but you could do it all in 1 turn. And it needs to see where it's going, which I think it makes sense. I mean, squigs have eyes. Yeah, it's one of those ambiguous wording things that I think it helps to just sort that out. Because yeah, it's one of those ones where pretty much everything else you can only really do once. You can't do it twice, so. So range for get some raw scale illustration to make Fulgrim be less of a missile. Interesting. Yeah, I guess because is the codex actually out yet for Emperor's Jordan? You can get the early one, but I don't think the actual codex is out yet, so it might be they haven't done it for that. All right, here's another big one. Oath of Moment. So this used to be if your army does not include 1 or more units from these with these keywords, you can add 1 to the wound. Now they've made it so if you're using a Codex Space Marine detachment, and they've specifically told which ones those are. They're the ones within the Codex and also the Grotmus one, the Librarian one. If you are using a different detachment, like one of the Blood Angels detachments, you do not get +1 to wound, even if you don't have any Blood Angels units. That is good. I think that was causing a bit of a mess. I wish that it also meant that if you didn't have any Ultramarines units, or at least not like bloody Gilliman, because he's annoyingly good. But you can't win them all. Stormlance, 1 infantry or mounted. Okay, I don't know if what that was originally, but sure. I'm guessing that's a buff because no one uses Stormlance. Have another Dataslate without any changes to my shitty Dark Angels attachment. Hey, happy day to you. Well, just buy more Centurions. That's your actual prize. The other thing they actually changed this, the Captain Gravis armor. It's not in here for some reason, but I saw something that made this assault and heavy, which is insane. And then the other things are, so this, I use the Phobos Lieutenant. They've added if it does, until the end of the turn, it's not eligible to charge. Because you used to be able to do this move and charge. So they've added it so you can't charge anymore, which I think is fine. Because I think being able to do that is a bit nasty. Have I missed much? We've gone through the points of it. We've gone through most of the Dataslate. We've got the new detachments to go through as well. The normal heavy bot rifles assault heavy already. Yeah, so his one, for some reason, isn't. I think they've added that now. And this is the other one here, Uriel Ventress. Your army includes this model. Select one Phobos, Gravis, or Tacticus Adeptus Astartes inventory. It's basically all of the Chimeris stuff is now, you can know that's the only stuff you can target. It might, yeah, I think it's the Space Marine of Ratha it's in. So you can't target Centurions with it, which is what people were doing. So they buffed Centurions. I wasn't doing this. So it's just a massive buff for me, which is great. I honestly don't think you need it. I've had plenty of success without it. Obviously having Deep Strike is really nice, but coming onto a board edge is just fine. Do a stream where you just read chat. I do that. I sometimes do that. It's usually when I'm distracted by something else that I should start reading chat. Space Wolves, nothing. Tau, nothing. Thousand Suns, nothing. Tyranids, nothing. And World Eaters, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Just to confirm for myself. I think it's in here. Yeah. Range weapon table, master crafted heavy bolt profile, add assault and heavy. And I think down here is where they've stated Gladius Task Force, Anvil Siege, Iron Storm, Firestorm, Storm Lance. So many storms. Iron Storm, Firestorm, Storm Lance, Storm Raven, Vanguard Spearhead, First Cavalry Task Force, and Libraries. These are the ones that you get the buff though at the moment. Steve Tank Centurions were just so hard to screen though. I'm so much happy not to deal with that. It's much easier when they can't take an angle. The thing is, they could come from so far away. I guess, yeah, it's just trying to get them through the angles, but I've never really had a problem. So, we also want to have a look at more Daka. Lion to the Emperor? Is it a experimental prototype cadre? And the Chaos Demons ones somewhere. On other rules, is it? I thought there was a Demons one. Or they'd updated some. Is it just in the index? Like a Demons index? It might be in the index. Have a look. Let's up the thing so we can see. In the index. Okay, so I've got the index one now. So let's have a look at these. So these are. I'm just going to hydrate quickly and stand up. So everyone, stretch and hydrate right now. Try to mute my mic while I drink. Stretch and hurry. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Tian. Have a good rest of your day. Right. It's always good to hydrate. No, I want to sit down after a 10-hour shift. Well, that's fair. I'm not your mum. You can do whatever the hell you want. Don't forget to like the stream, whatever. And all the stuff to help me buy Centurions. Anyway. More Daka. This is the new Orc one. Let's have a look. Orcs have no real concept of ammunition preservation. Very true. Tending to hold the trigger down until the ammunition runs dry or their weapon falls apart in their hands. Very cool. During your shooting phase, ranged weapons equipped by Orc Infantry and Orc Walker models. Orc Walker, that's quite difficult to say. Have sustained hits 2. That's very cool. While in the War, you also get Assault. Infantry and Walker models get Assault. There weren't many necro changes. I think like the Doomsday Arc got nerfed by 10 points. I love your accent. Where in Scotland are you from? Not from Scotland. I'm from the Midlands. originally. Walkers are just big infantry? Exactly. The Gob Shot Thunderbus. Requiring an entire chest of teeth. Worky Gubbins. Right. Ranged weapons equipped by the bearer have devastating wounds and hazardous. Very cool. Very orky. Oh, you're from Northamptonshire. Hell yeah. I know some people from Northampton. It's not where I'm from, but... the Midlands exists, and we demand to be taken seriously. Please don't say Birmingham. My parents are from Birmingham. So, and they know I make videos and they might be watching. So if they're upset at you saying please not say Birmingham, then, you know, my parents are going to be unhappy with you. I'm not from Birmingham myself, but... anyway. So yeah. Very cool. Devastating wounds and hazardous. Very cool. Orc models only. Range weapons in the bearer's unit have rapid fire 1. That's very cool. Again, orcs models only. Each time a model in the bearer's unit makes a range attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Fair. Targeting squigs. There's no point in having the loudest and flashiest shooter if gits don't let you fire them. It's true. This orc will even go so far as avoid a punch up in order to fire his snazzy weapons. That's... I don't know about that. Shoot back and... fall back and charge. Fall back and shoot, sorry. Don't sound like the Midlands I know. That's true. That's a different Midlands. My accent's weird. It's a amalgamation of various things. I don't really have a distinct regional accent. Very cool looking, kind of very simple enhancements. They all look like they do cool stuff. So look at the stratagems. The capital E's are weird in this font. That's just a minor nitpick. Right, fight phase. When one orc unit from your army that has not been selected to select this part, a unit that hasn't fought yet. This is what I'm trying to say. Till the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit, as opposed to targeting an ally unit. Sure. Reroll wound roll of 1. The enemy unit is within range of objective. You can reroll a whole wound instead. That's cool. That's very nice. We like to see that. Are you from Lincolnshire? I am from originally from Lincolnshire. I'm not currently in Lincolnshire. I am from Lincolnshire. I guess we could have gone through all of the counties in the Midlands and found it eventually. Yep. Rerolling wounds, special objective, very cool. Oh, that is fight phase, and this is a lot more of the shooting stuff, so we'll see. But it is just like ranged weapons, isn't it? Yeah, during your shooter phase, ranged weapons, yes. And it's during your shooting phase, so you don't get it during Overwatch. How could you leave the homeland? Work, basically. To the start of your next command phase, the WAR is active for your unit, even if you've already called the WAR. This means that any abilities that are in effect while the WAR is active for your army will be effective for your unit. That is actually really cool. I like that. You get a unit can have an extra WAR. Very, very cool. One Orc Walker excluding Killer can. Till the start of your next command phase, improve your move, leadership, and objective control score by 1. Each time a model in you makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Yep. That lasts that lasts basically an entire battle round, which is very cool. They buggered my list with the ballistics changes. Damn them. Well, just take those out and then put in more Centurions. One Orc's character model. Select one enemy unit within 18 inches of the character model. Till the end of the phase, weapons equipped by Orc models from your army have ignores cover. Very nice. Facing off against sneaky gits who like to lurk in cover, most orcs believe the most effective strategy is to fire off so many bullets and munitions that something is bound to hit the target. Very true. And very cool. Special shells. Nothing helps around punch through armor better than stuffing it full of extra propellant. And squigs, probably. End of the phase. Each time model makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target within 18. Improve the armor penetration of ranged weapons by 1. Very simple. Call that Daka. Gun-crazed mobs orcs take incoming fire as a primal challenge, one that must be answered with an even bigger show of Daka. Your opponent's shooting phase just an enemy shot one orc unit from your army that had one or more of its models destroyed. You can shoot back as if it were your shooting phase, but you must target only the enemy unit when doing so. You can only do it if the enemy unit is an edible target. Okay. So you can shoot back as if it were your shooting phase. But it's as if it was, but it's not. It is not during your shooting phase. I don't think you get sustained hits. I think that's the whole thing. Did you check the custodian's touch me? It's good. Nope, but I think it's the next one we're doing. I like that one. That seems very simple, very orky. Lots and lots of shooting. It seems fun. It seems fun and thematic. I don't know how good it is, but this is the custodian's one. I think that's all on screen. Yeah, the orcs are an army which just has such nice design space. You can just do so much with it. I really like it. Okay. Each time an Adeptus Custodes unit from your army, excluding vehicles, makes an attack, if there are no other friendly units within 6 inches, add 1 to the hit and 1 to the wound. That's absurd. A lot of things hit on 2s anyway I guess it kind of negates stuff like stealth. Add 1 to wound roll. Plus 1 to wound is not something you should be giving out lightly. The fact that you can basically have every single unit have this if you spread it out enough. Bit wild, man. Yeah, so stuff like cancelling out stealth or like my... this basically cancels out my entire detachment rule. And gives you plus 1 to wound. That seems horrible. So it's the infantry model. At least it does exclude vehicles. That's the main thing. It excludes vehicles. The first time the bearer is destroyed on a d6 at the end of the phase on 2+, send it back up. Close as possible where it was, not within engaged range, or one or more models with its full rooms running. Okay, let's just get back up. That's fine. In the game I had yesterday, we had a lot of these things that go off on a 2+, except literally none of them did. Mine from my incursors rolled a 1. His character who could get back up rolled a 1. His mine character rolled a 1. So many things. We just had like 3 or 4 things that go off on a 2+, and none of them went off. Because those are full wound rerolls to the army anyway. Oh yeah, full wound rerolls plus 1, which is kind of like twin linked. I have a lot of twin linked, so it's crazy. Praesidius. There has lone operative and stealth. That's something that I have. That's fine. Shield captain model only at the start of the fight phase till the end of the phase. Are 2 attacks to melee weapons equipped by the bearer. For every 5 enemy models within 6 inches of the bearer, rounding down. That doesn't include stuff that you're not in combat with. 2 attacks for every 5 enemy models. Let's say you charge something that's 20 models. That's an extra 8 attacks. And then there's another thing that's got another 20 models. That's an extra 16 attacks if it's within 6. No cap. Like, literally no cap. Terminator shield cap is going to be impossible to put down. He sets damage to 1 and then stands up when he dies. Yeah, that's horrific. Shield captain model improves the strength characteristic of melee weapons equipped by the bearer by 3. And improve the arm penetration and damage characteristics of those weapons by 1. Damn. Ad monem mortis. So this is definitely like because you want things to be not with like no friendly units within 6. You want small units, right? Very, very scary. So look at their strats. Any phase just after the Adeptus Custodes mounted up from your army has used the ability on its data sheet that states it's going to be used once per battle. Your model can use that once per battle ability 1 additional time. No, that says the first time the bearer is destroyed. It's not a once per battle thing. Okay. So you can either do something once per battle, twice per battle. That seems... Again, I don't know enough. Hey, Paul, I was supposed to face you at TCT. Last tournament, showing Mr. Scream Remnants. Oh, yes. Hey, Matt. How's it going? Yeah, it was the... I'd even prepared for your list, or at least like I had an idea of what your list might do. on the stream the day before, and then obviously the traffic caused problems. But yeah, no. Hopefully next time. Because I didn't get to play against any Tyrians this time. But I hope you had a good time. But yeah. If you face him and win, please update your brother to Matthew Killpaw. But I mean, I went 0-3, so you were probably going to win, to be honest. But yeah, it was just a case of that traffic had a knock-on effect, which is very unfortunate. So hopefully next time you get to see the Screamer Ravens. Going again on the 21st, nice. I probably won't be going again for a while. Obviously, I've got this tournament coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I do need to actually focus on some other stuff. I might see if I can get another one in. But the more time goes by, the closer it gets to my wedding. So I probably won't be able to do it until at least after that. But I'll definitely be there again soon. I really like the atmosphere at the TT place. It's really good. Really nice people there. Multiple models can benefit from that strat. Yeah, because the strat itself is not once per used. But you cannot use the stratagem on the same model more than once per battle. You can use it on several models, which seems a bit silly. Why do I go into every event they release? Oh, nice. Yeah, so I'll definitely see you when I go next time. I guess either you're very local or don't mind the travel, I guess. But no, they are really good. Right, to fight into the last fight phase, just have an enemy unit selected its targets. One unit from your army that was selected of the target of attacks. To the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if it is not fought, roll a d6, adding 2 to the results if the model has the character keyword. It's a very character-heavy thing, because a lot of things kind of go from characters. But a 4+ do not remove at place. On a 2+ for a character, you can fight back after making an attack, and then they're removed. And then they might be able to stand back up. It's a 3-hour drive, damn. It's only like it's not that far for me, but yeah, it is very cool. It's very cool. I do really enjoy those. I'll be interested to see how the vibe is different at like a normal quote unquote tournament. So obviously the tabletop tactics place, partly people are there because they're fans of the show and that's kind of the vibe. Interesting. So remove have to play it after the attacks. Yeah, but you could then do if it's the first time they've died, you could do this, right? You can then set it back up. So you can do this to have it fight. It's removed and then it comes back. They're just like, stay down, damn it. Fearless Warrior, one adept close unit that has not been selected to fight. Melee weapons have precision. That's fine. Precision is whatever. Although for my thing, it's 2 CP. Also, excuse me, Games Workshop. I'll have to get my arrow out now. What is this? Anyone see what's wrong here? Can you tell me what's wrong with that? Who's got the eagle eyes? TT event space is a lot more welcoming. I've had bad experiences at other places, unfortunately. That's unfortunate, yeah. I'm hoping it goes alright, we'll see. Wrong colour, correctamundo. It is meant to be this is blue, it's meant to be green. Because the colour is meant to match when it's done. So it's green for your fight, for your stuff. It's red for your opponents, it's blue for either. I think. No, this is your command phase. Oh no, it's green for either fight phase. Or any phase. Blue for your turn, it's red for the opponent's turn. So this should technically be green, written in green. How dare they? One Alurus Custodian or Aquilon Custodian. That unit is split into separate units, each containing one model. These units have a starting strength of 1. What the? Okay, hang on. So you can basically split Custodians into separate units, and they're each one model each. And then as long as they're all 6 inches away from each other, they all get that. That's crazy. Well, actually, is the tabletop tactics building? It's They have their address on their website. It's near Bath area. That's a really, really interesting stratagem. I think that's probably going to be abused. Chippenham, that's the one. This is pretty. Whatever the detachment rule is worse than most of the options. Enhancements and knights, the stratagems are pretty bad. Oh, fair enough. Couldn't those single models then do actions as one model instead of a unit? Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, imagine splitting, because they can go in 6, right? So 6 lone terminators doing a bunch of actions is actually really cool. But because basically what you could do is split them all up, have 1 out of the 5 doing an action, the other 5 just go where they want. But obviously, they all have to charge separately. Leash Alliance was a staple of 8th, fair enough. I didn't play an 8th. But it's a very cool one. I do like that. It's something unique. Even if it's not very good, it's cool. Your movement phase, just after a unit has fallen back. Till the end of the phase, the unit is able to shoot, declare a charge. So you have to fall back and then you can shoot and declare a charge. Cool. That's fair. Your opponent's shooting phase, 1 unit that isn't a vehicle that was selected as a target, you can make a move up to D6. That's a very standard thing that you see in a lot of places. I think a lot of the Grotman detachments had that. I think like 6 or 7. But otherwise, I quite like that attachment. I think that's an interesting one to try. Just because you have a load of like individual models that are all buffed up. It seems pretty cool in the mag. Can't do it. This is 7 units needs to be on the board for this round. Yeah, so it has to be on the battlefield. But I guess you could deep strike them first and then split them. So imagine deep striking them into your opponent's backfield, and then you have sabotage and cleanse or something. Or what's another one you do in the back line? The receiving datary one, the secondary. You can have that, and then just suddenly like bam, you got everything's there. Incredible Hero Hammer, and I totally ready for it. It just actually feels good. So it's exactly, yeah, it's very like Hero Hammer. Very cool. Again, strength-wise, I don't know. It seems cool, though. I like the Orc one. It seems pretty cool. Right, so this is another new one. This is Tau. It's Tau for now. Everyone loves Tau. Are you between Alabama and Kentucky? Because you only 10 IC. Smooth. Add 6 inch to the range of character. Add 6 inches to the range of characters. Just they have a 6 inch extra range. Not to their weapons, just the characters just are just wider. No, 6 inch range characters of ranged weapons from Tau Empire models in your army. (18-inch flamers, hell yeah. Select 1 supernova launcher. That sounds cool. 1 air-busting fragmentation projector equipped by the bearer. Improve the strength of that weapon by 3. Another strength increased by 3 and armor and penetration damage by 1. This happened with the Grotmus attachment I found. That a lot of things came up repeatedly. So obviously they've got in their head, they've got, all right, plus 3 strength, armor penetration damage up by 1 is a thing we can do. I just woke up, I don't know if we went over it. We did go over it, yes. The army rule now being you get 2 grudge tokens and 2 more for the detachment. It is very cool. Select 1 Tau Flamer. Improve the strength by 2. And improve the... I guess... Oh, right, it makes sense. These are all, like, the same thing, right? There's just different versions. So, yeah, 2 extra strength, 1 extra damage, 1 extra AP on an extra 6-inch Flamer is really good. So it's a plasma rifle. Improve the strength by 2. And attacks, armor penetration, and damage. So this one increases the attacks as well. And this one is a fusion blaster. Improve just the attacks by 1. Improve the strength. Why have they done that in a different order? All of them go improve the strength by 2, and then other things. This one's got to improve the attacks by 1, and then the strength by 3. Just strength by 3 first. You've set up a precedent. You do the strength first. And that weapon has Melter 4. Ugh, Melter 4 is horrible. Because, yeah, I think it's just a... Maybe they were like maybe they were going, okay, we need to improve the attacks by 1. And then they did all of these ones improving the strength. Went, okay, we can actually add improve your strength by 3, and they just didn't. I don't know. It's fine. It's a small nitpick, but well. Okay. Automated repair drones. Tau Empire Battlesuit. Select one of them. Recover. You just get some health back there. Minimum of 2. All right. Reactive impact dampeners. Your opponent's shooting phase. Or the fight phase. Just as the enemy unit has selected its targets. On a Tau Empire Battlesuit unit in your army that selects its target of 1 or more attacks. Till the end of the phase, each time an attack, if the strength is greater than toughness, so it's the standard Terminator. If you're stronger than me, you get worse. That's fine. Yeah, it's either command phase, which is quite interesting. Experimental weapon, your shooting phase. 1 Tau Empire unit that has not been selected. Each time you roll 1 or more dice to determine the number of attacks made with a weapon, you can re-roll the result. Okay, that's really good for flamers. Flamers just become even better. Alright, this one's a very... so that was experimental weaponry. This is experimental ammunition. 1 Tau unit from your army. Select one of the following and apply it to your unit. Improve the strength of ranged weapons by 1. Improve the strength and armor penetration of range by 1, and they have hazardous. You cannot target the same unit with experimental ammunition and threat analyzer stratagems in the same phase, but you can do experimental weaponry and experimental ammunition. So you could reroll the number of hits and have strength +1 and have armor +1 and make it hazardous. Potentially. That's cool. But you can't do that at the same time as this, which is the Threat Assessment Analyzer. Select Sustained Hits 1 or Lethal Hits. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by your models have that ability. You can instead select Sustained Hits 1, Lethal Hits, and Hazardous. So obviously you can't do both, because then you double up on Hazardous, and you're basically getting rid of the fact that if this one makes you Hazardous, you don't get double Hazardous. So you have to do one or the other. I like adding Hazardous to things like this. Again, I think it came up in a lot of Orc stuff, and it's come up a few times in the Gromp detachments. Adding Hazardous as a way of being like, you know, more overcharged type stuff is really cool. How many times can you do the heal one? Once per phase. So you can only ever do stratagems once per phase, but you can do it every command phase, basically. So basically, if you spend your 1 command point that you get at the start of each command phase to heal, you can heal infinitely, but then you wouldn't be able to do anything else. With Fusion Blades, that's Strength 13, AP 5, Melter 4 that shoots twice. Damn! We love to see it. Just because it sounds cool. AP 5, whenever you see AP 5, I go, oh god. that's a high number. Your opponent's shooting phase just have a unit. Tau Empire that was selected. Till the end of the phase, your unit can only be selected by range attack if it's attacking rolls within 18. Okay, so that's just a protection thing. So if you try to get shot from far away, they go nope. Which I think other things have. So far, I've liked all 3 of these attachments. This one seems really fun. Mostly just because of some of the insane shit you can do with it. Right, we've got one more, and this is actually... It's not really one more. It's kind of one more. And kind of not. Oh god, we have to go really zoomed in here. 300% zoom. So... I think there's a new detachment. So this is the old detachment. Grath, the King of Blades. The Blade of Kings. Cool. This is the new one? Shadow Legion? This is the Bellacore one, which I think they've just shown. Or they've just released. Someone still plays tabletop. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Don't worry about it then. I went to the club yesterday with a friend of mine who plays Lord of the Rings. And he came over and he was like, so how does this work? What's going on? And I was like, okay. Because I think he was we're trying to explain like melee to him, because obviously in Lord of the Rings you do it model by model, and then obviously in 40k it's by unit. And then it got to like, I was like, just ignore the Storm Raven. The Storm Raven's engagement range is a completely different thing. Storm Raven is just, it's just a nightmare. Don't worry about the Storm Raven. So if you don't know what's going on, just listen to my voice and laugh when I say a joke if you find it funny. When mustering an army, you cannot include any demon prince with wings, or epic hero units excluding Balakor, but you can include the following Heretic Astartes units. The combined value of such units depends on your battle, so you can have half and half. Bellicor and Heretic Astartes units from your army gain the Shadow Legion and Undivided keywords. Legion Demonica units gain the Shadow Legion keyword. If your army is Legionese Demonica, that's not how you say it, before you correct me. Units from your army have the... you can use the Shadow Legion attachment rule. Units from your army have the relevant abilities. Shadow Legion Khorne units can shoot and declare a charge and determine which they advanced. Slanesh units. Enemy units cannot use fire overwhelm strategies to shoot at this unit if you're a Slanesh. That's scary. Each time you attack a unit, subtract 1 from hit roll, and each time attack, and that's your... If you're stronger than me, you're worse. And then Undivided units. This unit has the Dark Pact Army rule from Chaos Space Marines. Even though your army rule is not Heretic Astartes, if this unit is Bellicor, it automatically passes the leadership test for Dark Pacts. So you get Dark Pacts on Bellicor. Shadow Legion Heretic Astartes models in this unit have the Deep Strike ability. Wow. So you just have... So basically anything... Yeah, because Heretic Astartes units are undivided. So any of these... Just all of this... Well, I guess some of these already have Deep Strike. But all of that has Deep Strike now. I've been like for a couple of years, and like a month and a half ago I bought my introduction kit. Now I have splurged, and I am scared for the future. No Centurions though. Well, buy one more thing and it's Centurions. You're alright. Yeah, Deep Strike and Havocs. When I find a balanced data sheet on Dataslate. Data sheet. It's on Warhammer community. Spiteful Demise. Any phase just after a Shadow Legion unit from your army is destroyed before removing the last model in that unit from the battlefield. Before rolling any dice for demise, you could use a stratagem on that unit even if it was just destroyed. Roll a d6 for each enemy unit. Add 2 if you are Slanesh. On a 4 to 5, the enemy unit suffers d3. On a 6, it suffers 3. Okay, so that's a Slanesh thing. On a Khorne one, or rather on a Shadow Legion unit that has not been specified, until the end of the phase, models have Lance. And if it's Khorne, it also has AP +1. That's cool. So I like the way that these stratagems have a thing. And again, this is something they did in the Grommet Statues. A lot of things have a rule, and then it's better if you target it on certain things. I really like the way this works. I mean, it's in a lot of things, like the Vanguard Spearhead it does this, but on Phobos it does better. If I did Space Marine, I would just get Centurions just because you made me wear them. Hell yeah. Blake, the guy I played yesterday, was also like, if I play Centurions, I would play... if I play Space Marines, I'd play Centurions. I was like, yes, we can be friends. Is any confirmed no Demon Codex this dish, probably no Demon Faction in 11th? Yeah, I mean... I think that's fine. Like, the Demon Codex... Splitting it across is probably better, I don't know. Hi, Joko. The Blade Guard buff made me so happy. I know, it is good. It helped me as well. To the end of the phase, yeah, so what's this one? Command phase. 1 model in unit gains 3 lost wounds. If it's Tzeentch, return up to 1 destroyed model to your unit with its full wounds remaining. That's interesting. So obviously that can be on something that is more than 3 wounds, as long as it's in a unit. That's not a character. So again, it's like you regain 3 wounds, but Tzeentch is better. This is probably going to be one that is better for... I'm guessing there's one better for Norway. Yes, that one down there. 1 Shadow Legion Heretic Astartes unit from your army, and up to 1 Shadow Legion unit from your army. You can only select units that arrive from Street Reserves this turn. Till the end of the phase, weapons have Ignore Cover. Okay, so that's basically if you Deep Strike stuff, you can give them Ignore Cover. And it's 1 Demon, 1 Chaos Space Marine. It's 3 wounds and a model, is it? In addition, yes. So one model, you can regain some wounds, and you can also return one. That is actually even more powerful. Your opponent's charge phase, as it's declared a charge, subtract 2 from the charge rolls. If the charged unit is a Nurgle, the enemy must take a battle shock. That's very nice. Again, -2 from charge rolls is still really good. And then if they're Nurgle, force them to take... It basically means charging Nurgle units is scary. But that one's 2 CP, weirdly. All the rest are 1. Any of your opponent's fights phase, up to 1 Shadow... 1 Chaos Space Marine, and up to 1 Demon unit. Place them in Street Reserves. You can only set units not within engagement range. That's fine. Yeah. So it's basically, yeah. A Chaos Space Marine unit and a Demon's unit can go to Street Reserves. Very nice. Leaping Shadows. Models in the Bearer's unit have a Scout's 9 ability. Pretty good. When an enemy unit is within engagement range, the Bearer's unit subtracts 1 from objective control casualties of models in that unit. Very nice. Fade to Darkness. At the end of the fight phase, if the Bearer's unit destroyed 1 or more enemy units this phase and is not within engagement range, you can remove it and place it in Street Reserves. Very standard. That's kind of a Night Lordy thing. And Malice Made Manifest. Shadow Legion models. At the start of the fight phase, select 1 enemy unit within engagement range of the Bearer's unit. They can either suffer D3 or 3. Yeah, that's just like you just hurt them. Now, there's also changes to some things. I don't know what the original is, but I want to have a look at Be'lakor. Because Be'lakor apparently has been completely reworked. We've got to go through Skull Master, Ren Master, Blood Master, Bitch Master. I don't know what all these things are. I'm assuming Be'lakor's like a lot further down. Skull Cannon! Yeah. I assume Be'lakor's like right at the end. Because it goes through all of the individual ones first. Obviously, PDFs are horrible, so they're going to keep flicking around. Oh, Shalaxi Hellbane was also changed quite a lot. I don't know why I looked. I literally don't have any context for what's going on. But I'm interested in looking at Be'lakor, because he went up 50 points, so he's obviously good. I mean, I say that. I don't know. Have we went over Blood Angels? Yeah. We did. Be'lakor is nasty now. Let's have a look. So, ranged weapons, you can either do one of these two. You can either make it hazardous or not. Either 9 attacks, strength 5, AP 2, or 12 attacks, strength 6, AP 3. Ignores cover. All devastating wounds, that's really good. And then in melee, you have a sweep or a strike. Strikes to devastating wounds, strength 14, d6 plus 1 minus 4. That's scary as hell. Or sustained hits 1. I think this is a good way of doing a sweep. Like, obviously these are way less impactful, like way less damage, but having sustained hits means that they are more sweep-like. The area of the battlefield within 6 inches of this model is within your army's Shadow of Chaos. Cool. And at the start of the battle round, select 1 Shadow Form ability. He has a 4-up invuln. Toughness 11, 20 wounds. And the Shadow Form abilities. So you get to choose one of these, yeah? Yeah, it's very standard. While a friendly Legion Demonica unit or Shadow Legion unit, which would include your Chaos Space Marines, within 6 inches, it can only be targeted by ranged attacks within 18. That's very nice. And I guess you yourself are a friendly Legion Demonica? Because I think the rule said that your Be'lakor counts as Shadow Legion, right? Oh, image cropped, sorry. Boop, boop. There we go. That should be... You should be able to see it now. Did they just get change point cost units? They've done a few other things as well. Like Be'lakor is completely different, apparently. In the Battle Shock step of your opponent's command phase, an enemy unit that is below starting strength within 9 inches, it must take a Battle Shock. For the purposes of ability, if the unit has starting strength 1, it's considered to be below starting strength 1 has lost 1 or more wounds. Each unit that fails a Battle Shock test within 9 inches, this model regains D3 lost wounds. That's cool. So basically, once you're in the thick of it, and there are hurt things around you, pop that and you just heal a bunch. Oh yes, his Legion is Demonica is the keyword there. Well, a friendly Legion is Demonica, Shadow Legion is within 6 inches, reroll hit 1. Okay, so you just get reroll hits of 1. So this is your defensive one, this is your attacking one, and this is your healing one. I don't know why I said that like that's a standard thing. Very cool. I really like the way this new the new detachment is. I think it's really good. I like it a lot. I think there's a few other changes. I don't think there's anything massive we need to look over. I think that's basically it. Guess we look at the Grotmus FAQ. Like the move phase or your charge phase, each time the modeling unit makes a move, it can move through terrain. I don't know what that was before. And the adaptive tactics stratagem you use to grant mission tactics or adaptive strategies units that have mission tactics abilities. Sure, I don't know what that means. I don't know why I looked at this. I have no idea what anything this means. There you go. If you want to know that. So all of that is accessible on the Warhammer community page in their downloads. So go have a look and see for yourself. See what's going on. Did you look at the tower detachment? I did. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I like all the new cool shit. I don't all of the new detachments all looked really cool. I really like them all. Just bought my first knight. Do you have any suggestions for a color scheme? I don't really. People ask for like suggestions for a color scheme. It really depends on what you like. What's your favorite color? How did Centurions get buffed? They went. Devastated Centurions are now 20 points cheaper per 3, so 40 points cheaper for 5. People will tell you that they were nerfed because the Ventress can't give them Deep Strike anymore. They're lying to you. I never use Deep Strike anyway, so it's a pure buff for me. And I'm selfish. You can't Deep Strike them? Boring. You don't need to Deep Strike them anyway. But, you know, I've never Deep Struck them. They are still very, very good. I think they're now overbuffed. I think they are too good. I thought they were great. My friend does. Yeah, that was the main thing. A lot of people did. They used Ventress to Deep Strike them. I've never done that. So I'm happy. I think they're too good. I like to put 3 Def Sense in a repulsor. I have a list that has 2 repulsors, but they're for Assault Sense. And I really, really want to make that list. Daka, the bad moon is coming. Hello, GVM. Yeah, like, all the new stuff is cool. I'm very happy with the buffs. I need to go and work out what I'm going to do for my tournament list. Because I need to go sign up for that. Because I opened it up. Just make them slowly walk up the board. So with Vanguard Spearhead, you can still teleport them around. It's just you can't Deep Strike them in. You can obviously... they just come on a board edge. So you can still do that. So rather than it being Deep Strike, you can still just bring them on as if they were Street Reserve. So I still pick them up and move them. My Assault Centurion is going to Storm Raven. And the other Assault Centurions, they just move. Although yesterday, funnily, the Assault Centurions did what they always do, which is move 4 inches, but then charge like 9 to 12. Yeah, because the range is so big, like, you have there's so many angles you can get even just from the board edge, and you want to be far away anyway to use Strike from the Shadows. So that's what I do. And it works very, very well. TBH. Better feel so. No, it's 60 by 44. 60 inches by 44 inches, I believe. Maybe you're just a gold gamer. My results will tell me otherwise, because I've lost a lot of games. Again, I use it and I'm very happy with it, but also I lose a lot, so 44 inches, god damn, we just meant. Jesus Christ. Which repulsor is the transport? The one called repulsor. Because there's repulsor and repulsor executioner. The repulsor has the big transport. Yeah, I believe... yeah, I believe 60 by 44 is your standard across all of them. Apart from like 500 points, which is smaller. And there's also the Impulsor, which is the dedicated transport, which I think might be what you're talking about. Yeah, the Impulsor is the dedicated transport. So yeah, I need to work out what I'm going to do with these points, because I gained points. Yeah, Impulsors can't take Devastating Insurance, unfortunately, which is why Repulsors are better. But don't underestimate walking Centurions. They're scary. Because when they get to you, they will kill you, but they just got to get to you first. That's the main thing. How's your Crusade group handle balance state states with point changes? When it's happened before, we essentially we basically allow you to, because obviously normally you'd spend like requisition points to adjust your army. We basically allow you to adjust it for free if you need to. It's basically just a free adjustment to keep it. But it depends if you need to, because obviously with the way it works, depending on the point sizes, you can just add things. You don't have to take them. So we allow you to keep it in there, and then when it adjusts, you can, if you have to do some adjustments, you can, but otherwise, whatever. Thanks, Paul. Because of you, I truly want to run 18 Centurions. Yeah, so the video on Friday is going to go through my new ideas for lists. And the one I definitely want to run, I think the one I'm really excited to run now, is my 18 Centurion list. Which is 2 lots of 3 Assault Centurions, 2 lots of 3 Devastating Centurions, another 6 Devastating Centurions, 2 Repulsors, and then my standard, like, other troops, like Incursors and Jump Intercessors. And I think I have some, regular Intercessors to try out. So that'll be on Friday. Tomorrow will be the Paint Jam. Once again, it's for those who haven't seen the Paint Jam before, it is my painting competition that you do not need to be a good painter for. It is specifically designed that I am judging your entries based on the idea and the creativity of the idea, not the execution. So even if you're not an expert painter or a very good painter at all, if your idea is really cool, you can still win. So that will start tomorrow and run for a week. We will also have a new video Friday. Tomorrow is Hot Take Court stream, where I judge your hot takes about Warhammer. And I've also opened up on Discord the Hobby Pile of Shame and Hobby Desk review channel, so you can post there if you want me to do that. I'll probably do some of those reviews next week. Just moved won't be set to the innovator to pack it. That's unfortunate, but next time. I mean, just do it anyway, even if you run out of time. Even do it like when you're settled, like in a couple of weeks. Do it anyway, just see how you get on. You have a good idea. Really look forward to more heavy units like Gravis Armor and Dreads, because Armored Wall seems so cool. Yeah, I more Centurions. Although I do want to kind of, if I can, I want to fit some the heavy Intercessors in, because they are very cool. Most hot take submissions. So the way the hot takes work is on stream, there will be a keyword, and then I'll pick a user at random during the stream. So you don't have to submit it right now. It's a in the moment thing. Gravity Flame. That sounds cool. Like you fire a black hole that then sets them on fire. I'll drop my pen. That's a very cool idea. I like that. Gravis. Oh, a Gravity Flamer sounds cool though. I want a Gravity Flamer now. You could have got away with that. I guess a Gravis Flamer unit is flamey aggressors, right? Everyone uses the bolters. I think I have them with flamers, but WYSIWYG and all that. WYSIWYG and all that. I'm just so sad I don't have enough to know about hobbies to have a good hot take. I mean, you can always try. You can always try. Gravity Flamers sounds just like napalm. I guess that makes sense. I guess it's somewhat napalmish. Nape-armish, as they say. How do you all feel about the Votan Warrior armor? I saw it as edited power armor, but got a lot of pushback recently. I don't know enough about that, to be honest. Bit of a weird one. Anyway, I I was planning to do some reviews, but I think I'm going to have to go because I need to sort out some stuff for video. So I'm probably going to spend the afternoon doing that. But we had a good chunk of time. We talked about the Dataslate. Thank you very much for all your support with your super chats and all that stuff, and some subs over on Twitch and all that. Where's the ending screen? Look, here's all the names. Look at these names. But have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time for Hot Take stream, and tomorrow at 6 p.m. so the hour before, look out for the Paint Jam announcement. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and go buy some Centurions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.